I'm Kevin Coleman with the Scioto Post, and I'm here in the aftermath of the Fair Board meeting, which is required 10 days after the fair.
Correct.
So, can you introduce yourself?
I'm Marianne Guthrie, the treasurer of the board of the Ross County Ag Society.
And I asked you to give a sort of the big picture, the overall view of how the fair went.
The attendance this year was down somewhat. In the first part of the week, it was down. We had weather issues. The extreme heat just kept people away, I believe. Yep. It did come back in the last half of the week. It was shown through gate admittance. It was shown in our grandstand events.
So once it cooled off a little, more people came.
Yes, definitely.
Brad also pointed out that there's a lot of people who camp here, and so they're not included in the attendance, the gate receipts.
That is correct. With every camper that is rented, they get 2 wristbands. So that's 2 more that don't, they're accounted for in the beginning, but not as gates every day.
So they're like counted once, and they may be here 7 days a week.
Correct.
How many campers were there here?
I believe the number is 1,488.
And that could be 2, 4, 8 people?
Yes.
Okay. So what are some other big numbers, round numbers?
Other big numbers that we had were probably with the grandstand events. We had the Demolition Derby and the Autocross were our biggest events this year. They each made the gate on them. On the Autocross, I'm trying to look at numbers and see where I am here. The gate for the Autocross was $51,000. For the Demo Derby, it was $38,000. Now, naturally, there's expenses that come out of that. So,
how do those compare to previous years?
Previous years, I believe those numbers were up. I have not had the opportunity as yet because I was busy preparing these for this year. Have not had the opportunity to do the comparison as yet. But I'm thinking that they are up from years past.
Anything else that stands out? A lot more, a lot less than previous years?
Our sponsorships are always strong. They're a little stronger. All of our vendor space for concessions, food concessions, we were maxed out on those. So we had good vendor showing across the board with food, non-food concessionaires, and then our we ran out space in our multi-purpose building, which is the one we're sitting in, and then we also have a commercial building.
The big old commercial building?
Yes. And all of those spaces, I believe, were rented out this year. Looking at the truck pulls alone, they had this is the revenues. They had $2,915 of revenue. And if you follow it across, the truck pulls had $11,000 worth of expenses.
Okay, so revenues, expenses.
Correct. So you can see the first half of the week, and this was, I think it was all heat determined, weren't strong, but the last half was very strong. And covered the week.
$10,000 for fireworks?
Yes, those are all sponsored fireworks. We have sponsorships for all 10,000 of that. We get in scooters. I don't know how many years we've done the scooters for like the handicap scooters. We'll get some in and then we'll rent them out. And we are normally all rented out all week. And that's probably something that they've just done in the last couple, 3 years,
Yeah.
maybe longer. I've only been doing this job for about a year and a half, so
So $431,000 total expenses.
as it stands right now, this is all through August 17th, actually August 19th, because I did some updating today, but
Versus $1 million total revenues.
correct,
570,000 profits.
something like that,
Okay.
in the range.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That helps.
Okay.
Give an understanding. Thanks.
So there was lots for the people to come and see.
So overall, pretty successful year.
I believe so, yes.
Pretty typical, except maybe the heat.
Except for the heat, yes, it's pretty typical.
So another success.
Yes, we like successful years.
And can you say what other events in the aftermath of the fair? I think the junior fair kids have some sort of celebration.
After the fair,
Yeah, I've covered something about that. Maybe that's not something that you deal with on the fair board.
no, on the fair, their junior fair board has their own set of
separate.
events. But in the aftermath of the fair, we sponsor a Halloween campout event, which is in October.
Who comes to that?
Anyone who wants to camp and celebrate Halloween, I guess.
So like the motorhome camping that people bring in during the fair?
Correct.
So sort of a trick-or-treat camp out.
Trick or treat camp out. And that is, if you're interested, there is more information on our website, which is rosscountyfair.com.
Okay. All right. Well, sounds like it was another good year.
Another good year. We hope to have many more.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.